Trustee Berger. Trustee Zalick.
Here.
Trustee Giesser.
Here.
Trustee Fruzzaloni.
Here.
Trustee McCarthy.
Here.
Mayor Savarino.
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There a motion to approve our minutes of our October 16, 2023 Village Board meetings.
So moved?
Second.
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
The first thing on our listening post is the Halloween decorating contest winners, and I have trustee Giesser will handle that as he has since we started it.
Thank you very much. This was our 9th year of Halloween decorating contest, and we have 3 big winners. It looks like, I believe, 2 of the winning families are here today. So I will name you and the award and present you with with your certificate. If you would come up, each individual, and speak up at the mic, and then we'll take a group picture up here at the end. Does that work?
That works for me.
Okay. For the first category, the Big Pumpkin category, this goes to 1388 Boa Trail, and it's Adam Caney, the Caney family. Come on up. Thank you very much. Would you come and tell us a little bit about what you did, and then I know some board members have some questions.
Well, I will tell you, she will take any flat surface, or anything that she could fill, and I cannot celebrate any other, holiday inside the house because it's all full of skulls and skeletons and everything. So she's migrated to the front yard because my attic, my garage, my house is completely full. She has the mind and she loves it, and
I like when all the little families come by and everybody points and takes pictures and does all that. I do it at work too. I work in a salon, so I do the same thing at work, and it's all about the kids. It's fun.
my ADD seems to work with this.
In the design, he gets it done though.
But it also it's really cool. We didn't really somebody entered us into it.
I didn't
and
even know this was a thing. So
We
this is
didn't,
awesome.
It was a thing, and I'm the one who entered it. I happened to be visiting with one of your neighbors, and I went, wow.
yes, I know.
Hopefully someone nominated this house.
Judge, right?
Yeah, he's neighbors with Judge Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So,
So it's been really
well,
cool,
thank you.
and
Yeah,
we'll still have one out for
they're
the
dressed up for Thanksgiving right now. if you wanna see 'em.
festivities for the rest of the year, and probably foremost, I'm gonna have to take 2 down at least.
Well, I was going to ask what your inspiration is, but clearly you,
We now know it.
so will you be decorating for Christmas as well?
Yes, so I decorate them, we leave one up all year round, and I dress them as a turkey for Thanksgiving, Santa Claus for Christmas, a leprechaun, Easter bunny, Cupid. The kids in the neighborhood love him. They like look forward to him coming out and seeing what's gonna happen next, so.
I don't know if trustee Zalick's going to ask it, but when baseball season start, what uniform will you put on him?
Be careful.
He'll switch, every week he'll switch.
Oh, well played.
One or the other.
Well played.
What,
Works at Sport Clips, so.
okay, but what would be the first week? What would it be dressed as? Cubs or Sox?
I gotta say Sox, because they're the underdogs. Gotta go for the underdog. Everybody's a Cubs fan, so I go for
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Well, thank you very much for entering the contest, or being involved in the contest, and brightening the spirits of the community, and we look forward to your Christmas display, your holiday display. Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You guys could sit down, and then we'll bring you up for a quick photo. Our next category is in the family fun category, and this family has won this award several years ago, as well as another award. So they're definitely into the holiday spirit. It is the Capisano family. Come on up. Tell us a little bit about what you did, why you did, and how you did it.
Well, what we did, we get bigger every year. We really started decorating in 2018. We love Halloween. It's probably my favorite holiday, maybe besides Christmas, but for different reasons. We actually started decorating because we're on the corner of a court, and we were finding that the trick-or-treaters were bypassing the court. And we love Halloween, love trick-or-treaters. We do full-size candy every year. And so it was heartbreaking to be standing at my door and they're just bypassing us. So every year we just put up more and more decorations. And we also try not to do anything too scary. We recently had a family come up to our home with maybe a 2-year-old, and she actually said that our house was her favorite in the neighborhood because there was nothing that jumped out, nothing that scared her children. So it's just very bright. You can see us as soon as you turn on the split rail. It just, we love lights and things that are more pumpkins, bright, family-friendly. That's kind of our vibe. So we did win Family Fun, I believe it was 2 years ago. And we like winning that, actually, because it just reinforces the family vibe that we have going on, where you could bring your kids, your toddlers, your babies, and nobody would be scared by anything at our home.
Anyone have a
That's
question?
absolutely awesome, number one, that you gear it that way, and it was wonderfully done, so well done.
Thank you.
And if you run out of room next year, my yard is a open blank canvas. Come on over.
And did you succeed in your mission to get more trick-or-treaters knocking on your door?
The weather certainly didn't help this year. Previous years, we were lucky to get 50. We did still get 75 trick-or-treaters this year. That's
great.
We'd love to, we were joking about we need to move next door on Canyon Trail so we can be in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
gonna
just our
have 700.
area. Our area, we don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters, but the traffic throughout the month is awesome. I love seeing people stop and take pictures. And we even had some cars pull up just to visit our house. I kind of felt bad for my neighbors because they just ran up to our house to get their candy and then went back in the car. But it's definitely increased every year. I think the weather, very frustrating because we get 4 hours of trick-or-treating every year, and during that time, we got our first snow. So it's really disappointing, but
Well, excellent. Well, thanks for all you do in brightening
you.
our community.
thank you.
Thank you. Then the award for Judge's Favorite goes to 866 River Drive, the Erdman family. Well, let's put our hands together. I saw Sue back there. I saw some of you going, let's do it. They were unable, they were hoping to be able to make it, but they had some complications into their life right now. So we'll make sure to get their award to them. So thank you, everybody, for participating. I should mention the judges were Jim Slanker, people know him from the Canyon Trail Cemetery, and Rudy Vanderbeest, people know him from the the Haunts of Carol Scream on Easton. So thank you to them for all they did. And why don't we get the winners on up here, and we'll take a picture with the board if you would please.
Come on back here. We don't bite walnuts here. Here, you guys stand on this side, you guys go on the other side of the mayor.
Okay.
I got pulled up.
You are right, though.
You get up there.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you to all the nominated homes and all the homes that weren't nominated that just decided to put a string of lights and an inflatable in their yard to increase the holiday spirit in Carol Stream. But now these winners, I'm letting you know, we're getting ready, just a few more weeks, and you can start sending in your nominations for the December holiday decoration. Christmas time is coming up. So we'll have all the details posted on the Village of Carol Stream's Facebook page. So pay attention to that, and hopefully we'll see some of you back here in January. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You are welcome. Thank you for another wonderful job. Thank you. Well, before we get into the next thing, we are honored to have the mayor from Hanover Park with us tonight, Rodney Craig. I'll say this because it's true. Rodney and I work on a lot of projects together. I can't keep up with Rodney, but he is a wonderful mayor, and to have him on our border on the north, we're very fortunate to have that relationship that we have. So thank you for being here tonight. I know you think a lot of Bob Meller. You're not here for me, I know. But you wanted to be here to see. Always a pleasure, Your Honor. Well, thank you, and you're always welcome here, as I am in your town. So the next thing on the agenda is resolution number 33. Stay close to the mic. 3334, resolution honoring Robert J. Meller upon his retirement from the Village of Carol Stream. Whereas Robert Bob Meller was hired as an administrative assistant in the Administration Department on October 29, 1984. And whereas Bob Meller was promoted to the position of assistant to the village manager in the Administration Department on March 17, 1986. And whereas Bob Meller was promoted to assistant village manager in the Administration Department on May 1st, 1989. And whereas Bob Meller was appointed as the Carol Stream Village Manager effective October 1st, 2018. And whereas during his career with the Village of Carol Stream, prospered and grew from a population of 15,472 to 39,854. And whereas Bob Meller was influential in managing village's growth and development while fostering financial stewardship through a zero debt and securing strategic and stable revenue to support the village's future. Whereas Bob Meller was instrumental in the completion of the Gregory J. Bulowski Municipal Center renovation, and whereas Bob Meller, often with his iconic hat, worked the streets and pathways of the village on a daily basis, often interacting with residents through every season, rain, snow, or shine, and the commitment to his daily walks and representative of the dedication and devotion he shared with the village's community. Whereas Bob Meller has made the decision to retire from public service after over 39 years with the village and over 40 years in municipal management. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and the board of trustees of the Village of Carol Stream on behalf of all the former and current elected and appointed officials and residents of Carol Stream, that under Section 1, Bob Meller's outstanding service and dedication to the Village of Carol Stream are hereby recognized and commended. Section 2, Bob Meller is wished the very best of happiness and health in his well-deserved retirement. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage is approved by law, passed and approved the 6th day of November 2023. Do I have a motion?
I will make a motion to pass Resolution 3334 honoring Robert Meller.
Second?
Just exactly who I expected to do that. Thank you. That moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frozzaloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
We have Bob's wife and son, Pam and son. Would you come forward? Yeah, come on. What am I holding it for? My hands are full. You got it?
Ready? One, two, three. Thank you.
Eyes are always closed.
My eyes are always closed. That's really nice. Thank you.
I still think it should have been on the rock for him, too. This time you gotta go out there and speak.
That's right.
Don't get to use that one.
Yep.
Someone throw his name plate.
Toss the name.
Toss the nameplate.
Before Bob makes his speech, I'm going to tell you a little story. Of course, I've been the mayor for 16 years, and I was on the board for 6 before that, so I've got 22 years of working with Bob, and my fire district time was like almost 5 years, which we worked on projects from the fire district to the village at that time. I told the story a little earlier, and it's like, he's been a pleasure to work with, and I look at all the things that you've done in this community and all the things that you've got your fingerprints all over, but nobody knows that. This building was built, and you were the lead person to take charge of this building and save the village probably between $13 and $16 million by not building a new building, but by taking the old building and putting another floor on it and taking a full basement, and it kept us always where we never were in debt, and that is commendable. When Joe Brynick, I'm going to tell the story because this is very important to me and to the people I think it's going to be. When Joe Brynick retired as the village manager, who Bob worked for before and Greg Belowski before that, I walked in Bob's office and I said, "Would you like to be the village manager?" There was no question that everybody here felt the same way. I mean, it was, the whole board was, we worked with you long enough to understand and knew you were the right person for the job. On his desk, he had a piece of paper and highlighted on there that he couldn't take the job because he doesn't live in Carroll Stream. And it's like, that's the only reason you can't take the job? And he said, "Well, that's the rules." I said, "Scratch it off, I'm changing the rules." So what we did was we got to keep probably the best village manager in all of DuPage County, maybe the state of Illinois. He has kept this town and his staff and the rest of the people that work in this village completely debt-free. We owe nobody money. Everything is paid for. Everything you see is ours. We have the best run, and I'm not bragging, it's not me. This is the staff that does this. We just rubber stamp things and work with them, and we work as a team. And that one team, Carroll Stream, is really the key, where we all work together. So thank you, Bob, from me to you. You've made a better mayor out of me. You've made a better person out of me by being with you, and I thank you for that. I will always remember that, believe me. Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, I'd love to take credit for all the things, all the good things that have happened over the last 40 years, but of course, we have an excellent staff.
Take it, you don't need them anymore.
I couldn't do that, in all honesty. So back in 2021, as we were coming out of the pandemic, I had sent something to the village board and staff, one of the weeklies. And it was kind of a note that I sent to the board coming right out of the pandemic. And I want to kind of go over that and this is kind of a derivation of that note that I sent to the board. So as we embark on the next chapter of the Carol Stream story, I am struck by the two parts of our journey through the years, that which has been and that which is yet to be. We are about to turn our backs on the old years and turn our attention towards the new, not completely forgetting the struggles and successes of the past. During the past several years, we have been confronted with unprecedented stresses and struggles. And just as a reminder, we had unprecedented staffing turnovers and retirements. We had revenue shortfalls, budget freezes, and supply chain issues on a regular basis. We had public hearings to reinstitute a long dormant revenue source to add stability and certainty to our budgets, and that was called a property tax. We had civil unrest during certain periods. We had community activism, and not the least of all, a worldwide pandemic in which we had all struggled. We have been squeezed and jammed, tossed and tumbled, nipped and pressed to our bursting point of our patience and endurance, a point that could have defeated us had it not been for the strong hearts and dedication within each of you. We have been challenged every step of the way, and I am proud to say that we, mayor, the trustees, staff, volunteers, and our dedicated partners and residents have risen to these challenges and met them head-on and came through the storms with our ships intact and our sails flying high. We continue to have no operating debt, have sufficient reserves, and have maintained Carol Stream's reputation as an affordable, good place to live, work, raise a family, worship, and not the least of all, to have fun doing it. Our residents have weighed in and responded positively on our efforts. We have shored up our budgets with more reliable and judiciously applied revenue sources, hosted events to address the pandemic and raise morale, and made staffing changes for the betterment of the organization and the community. We continue on with the firm hope and resolve that we can do something worthy of ourselves, our residents, and those less fortunate in our community, and worthy of those leaders that came before us. And of course, no one can do this job alone or in a vacuum. When asked about my accomplishments, I respond that they are our accomplishments. The mayor, the trustees, staff, and the residents. Thank you to my fellow administrators, some of them who are here tonight, for allowing me to participate in the honorable service of our community. Thank you to my fellow employees, past and present, and there have been many, for affording me the respect and giving me the confidence to succeed along with you, providing services of local government to a population of over 40,000 daily residents and guests. In particular, I want to acknowledge my executive secretary and office manager, Denise Kalke, who actually runs the show. A lot of people think that it's me, but no, she keeps me in line. She came to us after she retired from the Village of Lombard after 3 decades. Thank you to Joe Brindy for hiring her, and has kept me on track during the past 5 years. I would be forever grateful to Mayor Savarino and the entire village board of trustees for having the confidence to allow me to be the village manager in 2018. And I hope there were a few disappointments along the way. In my letter of retirement to Mayor Savarino, I quoted Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, "For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack." All of us together made a great team, and none of us individually could have achieved so much. Finally, thank you to my wife, Pam, my grown children, Matt, who is not here tonight, he's in California, Jeff, who is here tonight, and my daughter, Lauren, and my grandchildren, Liam, Miley, and Olivia. And it's probably good that they're not here because they would have been all over the place. For standing by me and providing me respite from the daily rigors and stresses of the job. I could not have done this job without all of your support So in closing, I want to thank you for the privilege and honor of allowing me, our excellent staff of employees, and our team of professional department heads to help you serve this great community. Thank you for all you have done for me and the community. And as I sign off at the end of the week, I wish you and Carol Stream continued success, good health, and leadership in DuPage County and the state of Illinois. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bob, as you always have, I noticed your speech was pretty void of the word "I," and that's what made you an excellent leader. That it was always the team. You kind of defined one team before that even came up. You had to deal with us, and sometimes we'd throw you for loops. But we also appreciated you were never afraid to say, I kind of disagree with you guys on that, and steer us back in a different direction. You know, nobody's always going to agree all the time, and we shouldn't. But having a village manager who's not afraid to stand up and say, no, I don't think this is a good idea, as the mayor said, also made us a better board. We had to stop and think, because it wasn't like you were doing this for a few days. 40 years, you've got some experience. And there's times you'd say, well, if we do this, this could happen. And absolutely, you made us a better board. You're going to be missed. You're going to be missed by me. From the day I started back in 2003, you were always, if you need anything, call me. And you've always been available, and you've always been a quick to answer, good, bad, or otherwise, but always in a positive way. And I absolutely think of you as a friend, too, and you'll be missed. Congratulations.
Okay, you got me. I didn't think I was going to cry. The way you described Carol Stream is why we all live here. The way you describe Carol Stream is the reason I moved my dad to Carol Stream. So I'm going to miss seeing you walk, because I could always tell it was you from your hat. I love that we dedicated the rock and the plaque to you at Town Center. And every Thursday night next summer, I am looking forward to being able to seeing it. And I hope that you come back and you see a concert or two with us next year. But thank you. Thank you for always answering questions, even when they were stupid ones, because we ask stupid questions. I also want to acknowledge that we've got department heads, executive directors from library, from the park district, from the chamber. They're here to acknowledge you and to thank you for what you've done as the entire village. So I just want to say thank you for always answering the call when I would call you on Sundays, usually at, I'm sure, the worst possible time. And I'm sure that you would go, Mary's calling again, and it's Sunday, and it's my day off, but
Look forward to it.
I believe that.
I know it's not true, but that's okay. But I appreciate it, because when I needed an answer or I had a question, you explained it in a way that it made sense, because these are not easy issues, they're not easy questions, and we don't always know all the legislative sides of things, and the way that you were able to explain it always made sense to us, so thank you.
When we're elected to be representatives of the community, of the residents of the community, we come in with our preconceived notions, and we come in with our ideas of how to make Carol Stream this or that or the other thing. But it was working with a gentleman like you who helped us realize that, yes, your ideas are good. Yes, your ideas are meaningful. Yes, your ideas could be helpful for a certain population. we have to think of the greater community. And some of the times, you would steer each of us in our own way with our ideas, our suggestions, our goals, to think about the greater community. And I thank you for doing that. I thank you. I work mostly from home, so I would do the unannounced pop-in very often, just to visit and to learn more and to share ideas. And I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for your guiding hand. And thank you, as everyone has said so far, making me a better trustee, making us a better board, and making this a better community. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'll also step up and say something. I was going to say something during my report, but I'll jump in. So being still the new guy, I've gotten to know you from being in the audience, and you've been so kind and patient and welcoming, just as an attendee, to being presented here, and you taking the time during my, just walking me to each department, and very, very patient. Maybe your wife would attest that you're a very patient man. I can tell that you are. I thank you for that. I see you on your walks. I didn't know that you walked in my neighborhood, so knowing that you're the village manager, I'm like, I better have my grass cut. I better have my clippings off the street. So thank you for keeping me on my toes. But thank you for making our jobs easier, because you take a lot of weight off our shoulders. Like what Mary said, Trustee Frusoloni said, you're always quick to respond to an email. If it is on the weekend, you'd answer that and you get back to us pretty promptly. So thank you for that. Thank you for making the community a better place, and you're going to be missed.
Bob, I know two sides of Mr. Meller. I know the police side, and you were not well liked. Budget time, around budget time, not now, but you were very strict. No. But now that I'm up here, I know how well respected you are, and I appreciate everything you did for this village, because there is a method to your madness. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And retirement is really nice.
That's what I've heard.
It is.
Well, Trustee Frusoloni let the cat out of the bag. Before we came here tonight, we were at the Village Town Center. We call it the heart of Carroll Stream. The intention was, because we have no downtown, we have no train station, that is the heartbeat of Carroll Stream, is the Rossboro Town Center. And tonight at 4:30, we had, and thanks to Joe and his staff, I'm not sure, I know Denise was involved, Kelke, with you, come up with this idea to do a rock, a big rock, with a statement in there of who Bob Meller is. And Joe and I sat down, and he said, I want to put it because, as Mary said, he walked the hats, always walking the trails, walked 6, 7, 8, 10 miles a day, every day at lunchtime, while the rest of us are gorging our food down. He's out walking. I tried to follow him once, and I went about 2 blocks, and I had to turn around and come back because I couldn't do it.
That was you.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were being stalked? Or I want that hat, is what I want. So anyway, Joe come up with the idea that he would put it on the trail, and it was like, I don't walk on the trails, and a lot of people don't walk on the trails. We have to put it where everybody's going to see it. Everybody that comes from other towns all goes to the town center. We at the beautiful Veterans Memorial out there. We do all the concerts out there. We do a lot of things in the park. I mean, we're always, something's going on, hopefully all the time. So they come up with the idea, Joe and the staff come up with the idea and put it right in the middle of the walkway where it all comes together on the south side of the stage. And tonight, when we uncovered it and opened it up, and to me, it means so much to me, because my son, when he passed away, my wife and my family come up with the idea of we would buy 2 benches with his name on it and put it there. they put that rock right near the benches. So to me, it means something. It just, I can't even, it's hard to even put it in words. I walk by, see people sitting on the benches, and it makes me feel good. And now I'll know they'll be able to see the person that really helped put this town to where it is today. And I can't say enough. I work closer than everybody with you. I believe that. I'm the point guy with you, and he shuts me down more times than you'd ever believe. I mean, I won't even go back to the board because it's like out there, and it's like, but we don't know that. But he knows the right way, the legal way, and the smart way to keep us out of trouble and to get the best that we possibly could every day for the community and the people that live here. And that's important, and that is really, to us up here, really important. So again, one more time, I'm just going to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You'll always be with me, and I'll always be with you. And thank you for all that you've done for Carroll Stream.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into the next, anybody wants, a lot of people like to go, that's okay. We get it. The next is a proclamation celebrating National Apprentice Week, and Trustee McCarthy will read that.
Whereas National Apprenticeship Week is celebrating its 9th anniversary of raising awareness of the vital role registered apprenticeships provide in creating opportunities by allowing apprentices to earn while they learn and preparing a pathway to good quality and well-paying careers in the village of Carroll Stream and across the nation. Whereas registered apprenticeship programs enable employers to develop and train their future workforce while offering career seekers affordable paths to secure high-paying jobs. And whereas the village of Carroll Stream recognizes the role of registered apprenticeship in expanding opportunities in our workforce that are inclusive of individuals who have been historically underserved, marginalized, and adversely affected by persistent poverty and inequality, thus providing a path for all qualified individuals, including women, youth, people of color, rural communities, justice-involved individuals, and individuals with disabilities to become apprentices and contribute to America's industries. And whereas the Village of Carroll Stream recognizes that registered apprenticeship, a proven and industry-driven training model, is a key strategy to improving job quality and creating access to good-paying, family-sustaining jobs for all, starting with youth and young adults, while addressing some of our nation's pressing workforce challenges, such as rebuilding our country's infrastructure, addressing critical supply chain demands, supporting a clean energy workforce, modernizing our cybersecurity response, and responding to care economy issues. Now therefore be it proclaimed that Mayor Frank Savarino and the Village of Board of Carroll Stream Trustees, DuPage County, Illinois, do hereby declare November 13th, 2023 through November 19th, 2023 as National Apprenticeship Week in the Village of Carroll Stream.
Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. Is there a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved?
Second.
Moved by Trustee Gieser, seconded by Trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Gieser.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Do we have any addresses from the audience before we finish roll call?
I'm sorry. Did we have any addresses from the audience? And
Nothing
on the
online,
internet?
nothing online.
Nothing? Wait a second, we're gonna, is there anything back there?
All right, we just wanted to double check before we finish roll call.
Yeah, usually
Mayor, I know you knew.
they'd be giving me the high sign, so,
And we could check with Joe.
thank you. though.
Okay,
Report on it.
so, aye.
Okay, so, aye? Who said aye? Mary? Okay.
Back to the establishing the consent agenda, so Mary said aye, and then Trustee McCarthy?
Aye.
Oh, my God.
When the attorney gives you the, we have to double check. Yeah,
That's your job. That's what you get paid, the big money, to keep us out of trouble and to check the
Bob's not
thing in
even
the
gone
back
yet,
in
and
case
it's going
somebody
down.
says something. Oh, my God, I'm telling you, this whole side just drives me nuts sometimes. They watch like a hawk. Sometimes she kicks me under the,
We've got room down here for you.
oh my God.
Never happens.
Here, I'm gonna give you this. You could have me with that.
The
Thank you.
attorney says something
You
that
could see
you
the
pay
team.
attention.
We, sometimes we really get crazy, but we have a lot of fun working together, and that's really what it's all about, is enjoying what you do. So now where are we at?
So, reading the consent agenda?
Now we need to put everything, is it, okay?
Would be happy to read the consent agenda.
Okay.
Board and commission reports. Police Pension Fund, compliance report fiscal year '23, consistent with requirements of Public Act 95-0950. The Police Pension Fund submits an annual compliance report for receipt by the village board.
Received.
Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals, Family Life Christian Center, 362 South Schmale Road, amendment to a special use permit for a place of worship. Recommended approval, subject to conditions 6 to 1.
Yes.
Staff reports and recommendations. Waiver of competitive bidding as authorized in Section 5-8-14 of the Village Code, and authorization to purchase a 2023 Ford Explorer from Hawk Ford for a total cost of $42,288.26.
Yes.
Yes.
Temporary waivers to the Code of Ordinances. Approval of a temporary waiver from the sign code to allow site special event banners, and a waiver of the sign permit fee for the banners, subject to certain conditions, for the 2023 Holiday Happenings Craft Show fundraising event to be held on November 11th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of change order number 1 in the amount of $4,555.67 to Schroeder Asphalt Services for the 2023 pavement patching project.
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of the balancing change order, approval of final payment in the amount of $2,500 to Arrow Road Construction, Inc., and acceptance of the public improvements for the 2022 flexible pavement project.
Yes.
Yes.
Receipt of the 2023 to 2024 snow and ice control plan.
Received.
Received.
Ordinances. An ordinance repealing Chapter 10, Business Licensing and Regulation, Article 8, Vending Machines of the Village of Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances. This ordinance repeals and eliminates the requirement to obtain an annual $15 license for each vending machine within the village beginning in calendar year 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2023-11-49. Ordinance approving an amendment to a special use permit for a place of worship, Family Life Christian Center, 362 South Schmale Road.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2023-11-50. Ordinance amending Chapter 11, Article 2 of the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances by decreasing the number of Class C liquor licenses from 18 to 17. RKVA Corp. doing business as Carroll Liquor, 1037 Fountain View Drive.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2023-11-51. Ordinance amending Chapter 8, Article 6 of the Carroll Stream Traffic Code, parking schedules, providing for no parking on Parkview Circle from 1067 Parkview Circle to 1085 Parkview Circle along the center island.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2023-11-52. Resolutions. A resolution to record the determination of the corporate authorities of the Village of Carroll Stream of the amounts of money estimated to be necessary to be raised by taxation on taxable property for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023, and ending April 30th, 2024. The village is requesting a tax levy totaling $3,800,000, no increase, and the library is requesting a tax levy totaling $3,846,461, a 1% increase for 2023. The combined total tax levy represents an increase of 0.5% over taxes extended in 2022. Final adoption of the tax levy is scheduled for the village board meeting of December 4th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3335. New business. Approval of an employment agreement with William Homer as the successor village manager beginning November 13th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. Hey, do you want to talk about this? Yes.
Payment of bills, regular bills, October 17th, 2023 through November 6th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Addendum warrants, October 17th, 2023 through November 6th, 2023.
Yes.
Yes.
Treasurer's report, revenue expenditure statements and balance sheet for the month ended September 30th, 2023.
Received.
And that concludes the items on the consent
There
agenda.
a motion to put those items on the consent agenda?
So moved?
Second?
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frizzaloni. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Zalick, seconded by trustee Anselmo. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Giesers.
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Board of Officers. Well, we have to start down here. It's
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
all yours.
We've covered a lot already. Jeez. First of all, congratulations to all the Halloween decorating contest winners. Bob, can't say enough. I think we kind of all addressed that today, but just really unbelievable. Saturday, the pumpkin and the shredding event was amazing. Brianna, thank you for dialing up the weather. It was perfect. And the residents that came out, thank you for coming out and making it fun for us, because it was work, you know, throwing pumpkins around and stuff, but it was fun, and when we got the residents involved and throwing pumpkins in the trash too, so it was fun, but really well done. It was done a nice job with that. Save the date, holiday tree lighting at Town Center is Friday, December 1st. Always a good time. Hopefully it's a little warmer than last year. Next Monday, the 13th, residents can participate in this year's Christmas sharing program. Donations will be accepted at the library or here at the Village Hall. More information can be found on the village website. And lastly, I just want to ask residents to please watch your speeds driving through town. That concludes my report.
That's it?
That's it. As trustee Berger normally says, I'm saving some meat on the bone for you all.
Now he's lost.
I'm like, whoa. First off, thank you to everyone who decorated for the Halloween and made this town festive, and congratulations to the winners. The recycling event, Brianna, I heard it was your idea to move the paper on one side and the textiles and the pumpkins on the other, and it flowed much better than last year, so thank you very much. There is a Toys for Tots coming up, December 9th at Game Time Pub on County Farm and North. It starts at, I believe, 8 o'clock, and they're not looking for toys, but they're having a raffle and money so that they can then go to Walmart and buy toys, what they need. So feel free to attend. I will be there December 9th, Saturday at Game Time on County Farm and North. Bob, thank you very much. Don't take offense to what I said, but you were a son of a gun to work with during budget time. But I can see why, so I appreciate you. Thank you, and you're well respected. Congratulations, I look forward to working with the next village manager. You have big shoes to fill. But
And
I'm sure
hat.
you'll do fine. And then, thank you, and keep your first responders and military in your thoughts and prayers. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee Zalick. Trustee Geezer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I, too, would like to congratulate the winners and everyone in the community who decorated their homes for Halloween. As I mentioned earlier, stay tuned to social media, the Carol Stream social media sites. We'll be announcing the details for the holiday decorating contest, so I expect everyone to start thinking about that and how they're going to brighten up this December for everyone. Bob, I mentioned it earlier, but thank you for your years of service. We'll miss you walking around the streets. My brother always liked to say hello to you as you walk by his house, and as he told you, don't ever consider doing anything to my tree. So, So thank you very much. And I look forward to working with our new village manager. We've worked with him as the police chief for several years now. Look forward to working with you in the new role, so. And this weekend is, the 11th is Veterans Day. There's going to be a variety of Veterans Day events at schools and throughout the community, so please participate if you can. And there will be a Veterans Day service at the Veterans Memorial at the Town Center on Saturday, November 11th at 11 a.m. Hopefully we can see you there. That's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Giesel. Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bob, you will be missed. It truly has been an honor to work with you. I really do appreciate the knowledge and the patience that you gave this entire board. I think probably the times that I really enjoyed working with you the most was when we would do our goal setting, because that's where staff really got to get together and use our creativity and bounce ideas off of each other. So that part I will really miss going forward. Enjoy retirement. I hear it's fantastic. I probably will never get to retire, but trust me, from what Zalek says, it's fantastic.
Awesome.
I really hope that your wife has like your to-do list already ready for you for Monday morning, first thing. I think she's gonna let you sleep in like Saturday, Sunday, but Monday, hit the ground running. So congratulations and thank you for everything that you've done to make Carol Stream a better place for the last 40 years. The only other thing on a personal note is I just want to welcome my dad. He is now officially a resident of Carol Stream as of Sunday. I'm very excited to show him what Carol Stream is all about and why I've chosen to raise my family here. He's very excited. We're not quite moved out of Arizona yet. There's still a lot of stuff that's got to come here. But for right now, he is very excited. He told everybody for the last week that he's coming home, and that meant the world to me for him to tell everybody that would listen to him that he's coming home. So very excited. So if you get the chance and you see Fireman Mike, go ahead and say hello to him. And with that, I will end my report.
Thank you and welcome your father. I got to meet him under unfortunate circumstances when your mom passed away, but I really enjoyed talking
He's
to him.
very excited right
He
now.
will fit perfectly into this community.
He will.
Trustee McCarthy.
Congratulations to all the decorating contest winners. I'm pretty sure this was about the most decorated I've seen our village. It's grown every year. Well done, Rick, on pushing it and getting a group together that works and goes and checks everything out.
Thank you very much, but it's the whole team.
It is.
As Bob said, it's the team.
And,
if I may?
absolutely.
I've been contacted this year by a couple municipalities who want to replicate what we do in their towns.
Nice.
Nice.
We should be proud of that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was great driving around the village and letting the grandkids out and run around and see all the different ones, and it was impressive this year, it really was. Bob, again, thank you. I'm not sure if everybody knows, but pretty much for as long as I've been on the board, any event we have in Carol Stream, Bob's at. How long's your commute? About?
Depends on what time we get out of the board. So
But I mean, it's about 40 minutes?
Rush hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
So 40 minutes each way, but he always had time to be at, whether it be a Christmas sharing event, the tree lighting, all of our concerts, the pumpkin recycling, and I can go on. If there was something going on, he was at. Even when we had the youth council and they do their music fests, Bob would be there. He didn't necessarily like the music, but he was there. And he, at the end of the night, he was the guy grabbing the garbage bags. He was empty, folding chairs, emptying garbage, because he never thought he was above anything. And that's just how you roll. And it was just, again, it was fun watching you do it as a whole. So again, thank you, and you will be missed. Fishing, remember, once in a while, if nothing's biting and somebody asks you what you're fishing for, you just look at them and say, peace and quiet.
Yes.
That's it. Chief, get to call you that one more time. Welcome aboard as village manager. We're ecstatic that you're taking over for Bob. Yeah, you do have big shoes to fill, but we also have nothing but the full confidence in you, what you'll do, and how you do it. We know it's a team atmosphere, and that's exactly what you portray also. So I look forward to us moving forward together and not forgetting our past, but building on it. So congratulations and welcome, and that's the end of my report.
Trustee McCarthy, you're not going to talk about the bags tournament at all, huh? Too soon?
Too soon.
You've been putting it on Facebook, now you don't want to talk about it?
Well, Paul's building new boards games,
Okay.
so we just thought of an extra revenue generator, that it was, we're putting logos on the boards. So we've offered up, you can either do a set for 500, or you can do all four for 900, and your logo stays on those boards for, this set has been through 6 years, so 6 tournaments, and then about another 30 tournaments and a league every year at Chrissy's. So they're well seen, and so far we're doing pretty well. We've got, I think, 5 or 6 sponsors already. So we're excited about that as just a little way to kickstart the bags year. Thank you.
The reason I brought it up is I'm a little concerned because last year you did so well. It's going to be hard to beat last year, and I know that's not you never even expected last year to be what it turned
Right.
out to be. But I do a lot of fundraising, and we're finding this year's a little tougher than it's been in the past. People that used to give us food, we do, the group that I run with, we do like 700, we call them baskets of love. It's about 50 pounds of food, and then we give them to churches and different places that our members go to. A lot of them stay right in this area, Bloomingdale, Carroll Stream, Hanover Park, that'll go 30 or 40 boxes of 50 pounds of food. It's different than what they get from Northern Illinois Food Supply. A lot of them go to Lutheran Church of the Master and Wayne Township, and the stuff that we put in the box is completely different than what they buy from Northern Illinois Food Bank. So it gives the people, when they can unload 4, 5, 6, 700 pounds of food that's different, it gives them, the people that come in looking for food, it gives them an excitement to get something different than the same stuff over and over again. So, but we're struggling this year. We're going to probably end up having to buy almost everything. Turkeys are through the roof, so it's going to be very expensive, but we're not backing down. So I hope that doesn't happen.
Thank you.
You have my full support, as I did last year, and everyone else, I'm sure, will be right there.
Well, we're thankful for, we're not going to put a number on it quite this year. We'll set back a little bit and be thankful for everything we get.
Yep.
Because that's how our committee, that's how we roll.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for going through all of that. Brianna?
Thank you, Mayor. Bob, I know you still have a few days here with us, but I do want to congratulate you on your retirement. And not everyone can say that they've accomplished 40 years of service, and I feel like it takes someone who's very dedicated and passionate, and leaving the legacy that you have is very admirable. So I wish you nothing but the best. Over the weekend, we had a really successful recycling, shredding, and pumpkin smash event. So thank you to all of the staff, the volunteers, the elected officials, and our partners, Scaris and DuPage County, who made this event possible. So together, we diverted almost 3.5 tons of pumpkins and over 7 tons of paper from the landfills, which is a new record for us.
Wow.
So that is awesome, and I hope we can keep the momentum going for next year. It's great that we get to hold events like these and help keep those materials out of the landfills. So thank you to all the residents who showed up. And we look forward to seeing everyone at the tree lighting ceremony Friday, December 1st, 6 to 8 p.m. at Town Center.
Thank you. Thank you for putting together the whole recycling program. I know I put it on Facebook, and I want to thank Kay McKean from Scarce, because she's the spearhead. She's the one that comes up with all these ideas of recycling and save the water, save the planet, and people are catching on more and more. You're seeing more and more. So we actually had 3.5 tons of pumpkins.
Yeah.
No wonder I hurt when I got home. It's like my wife goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "My arms hurt." Well, these young guys throw them pumpkins like they were shooting baskets with some of them. So, but to be able to work that hard and have that much fun
Yeah.
is absolutely amazing, because we had a lot of laughs, and, you know, I got some pictures of everybody and posted them on Facebook, but thank you. And it was very smooth. I have to agree with Trustee Zalik. You set that up perfect. There was no confusion at all. Nobody got run over this year. It was perfect, so really good.
The talent of the residents too, the pumpkin carving, but the painted pumpkins. One resident was almost in tears because she's like, had to give them up. I felt bad.
We took her picture.
And then we smashed
To
them.
see the excitement when the kids, they get to throw the pumpkin into the dumpster that we have, and then you can, when they open it and look inside, and they go, "Oh my God," you don't realize how many pumpkins there, and how many are still out there that those would all be in some garbage someplace, instead of a landfill, or instead of being composted. And the paper doesn't surprise me. Those 2 trucks were going crazy. But the other stuff that was out there, all the wires and screens and stuff that they took, and the people were so nice that were accepting all of that. Now, do you think they can get the truck out of there? Is all that stuff in the truck? Are they gonna leave it for us, or?
They should pick it up in the next day. I will make sure.
We collected it, it's ours, right?
Get a basketball hoop for the dumpster next year.
Thank you,
Yeah.
excellent job. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I agree. It was a great event on Saturday. Great job rerouting everything, Brianna. It was wonderful. And my comment is that we had several people who pulled up to say, "Thank you for doing this. Please keep doing it every year." So I've been telling people, yes, we will keep doing it every year. So I hope we can. I hope we have that in the budget every year. And the other thing that I noticed is that some of the parents will let their kids get out of the car and throw their own pumpkins in there. And I just think it's great that kids at a young age are realizing how important our environment is. It's nice that we can make it fun, you know, protect your environment and make it fun. So I thought it was a great, great experience on Saturday. So thanks for everyone who volunteered and everybody who recycled that day. And also, I wanted to also congratulate all the Halloween decorating winners and everybody who decorated. I think, Trustee McCarthy, maybe you said that it seemed like this year was bigger than ever before. And it's amazing, just buying one Halloween decoration is pretty expensive. So some of these houses they've got to have thousands and thousands of dollars of decorations out there. So I'm just amazed. It was a lot of fun to watch. So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations, Bob, on your retirement. I've worked with you just a few years now, but I just appreciate your patience with me, your responsiveness, your kindness. I've enjoyed talking to you and getting to see pictures of your grandkids, and I really, really hope you enjoy retirement. You've worked long and hard, and you deserve it, so.
Thank you for taking those pictures.
Oh, of course, of course. And looking forward to working with Chief Homer, still chief, and for another week or two. So yes, you have some big shoes to fill, but I'm very confident that it will be a seamless transition, so. And also wanted to mention that I don't think anyone's mentioned this yet, but there is a Rotary Coat Drive, Winter Coat Drive going on now through February 9th. So if you look downstairs in the lobby, there's a couple of bins for coats, and there's also collection for Christmas sharing, as Trustee Anselmo mentioned. They're collecting new unwrapped gifts as well as toiletries and things like that downstairs. So spread the word on that. And see if there's anything else I missed. Oh, in terms of turkeys for Thanksgiving, if you know any seniors who are in need or have any food insecurity, DuPage County is doing a big turkey Thanksgiving meal giveaway on November 18th, which is a Saturday. We do meal distribution every other week there for seniors. So if anybody knows anybody who needs Thanksgiving meals or something, let me know and I can connect them to get them signed up so they can get a big turkey and all the fixings that go with it. That's Saturday, November 18th. It's a drive-through system at the county, so. And other than that, just want to remind everyone to please shop and dine in Carol Stream.
Thank you. Our village attorney, Mr. Rhodes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have one thing, and that's some comments with respect to Bob. When Joe Breinig left and Bob came on as village manager, of course, everyone knows that Bob had been here for a long, long time. So the transition for me from Joe Breinig to Bob was seamless. It was a very, very easy transition, and I'm very appreciative of that. It was, secondly, everyone has said how well-respected Bob is in the community, and I wanted to make some comments about why I think that's the way it is. You know, and there are three traits that I think Bob possesses that really show why he has that respect. The first is he's steadfast. And by that I mean he's had one goal, and that goal has always been to make Carol Stream the best place to live. And he has been steadfast in moving forward that goal throughout the whole time that he's been here, the whole 39 years, but particularly as the village manager. Secondly, he's not only respected, but he's respectful. I think he has always, to me, been respectful of the village board, the village staff, the business community, and all of the residents in town. He's treated everyone that I've ever observed with the utmost respect. And secondly, he's caring. And by that I mean that his work here in Carol Stream has not been just a job. He's really cared about the village, and he's cared about all of the residents in this town. And so, for me, I want to say, that's why I think you have garnered the respect that you have. It's been my pleasure to have worked with you these past 5 years as the village manager, and before that, as the assistant village manager. I wish you the very best, and it's nice to see that you finally got into a picture with the village board and have to go stand on the side.
Great.
So with that, thanks very much, and that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. Well, Bob, this is the
one.
last time I'm going to look over and say, Bob Meller, village
What you got?
manager.
Thank you. I just wanted to say one thing. Congratulations to Bill Homer. He's going to be an excellent village manager. Prior to today, I met with Bill. I had about 4 or 5 pages, or maybe it was 6, of ongoing things that I was working on with the departments. I went over that with him because things don't stand still here, they keep moving. And I know Bill's been meeting with each of the department heads and going over expectations and operations. So he's preparing himself, and it will be seamless. Bill will be resigning his position as chief of police on Saturday. Don Cummings, who is here tonight, has been appointed the interim police chief until he's sworn in at the November 20th board meeting. And Bill will officially take over the reins as village manager on Monday. So we should be all set.
That's it?
Who-
So we got,
Who's running the village on Sunday? Just curious.
not me. They-
Joe, is that you? Okay, even though your name tag says Don Bastian?
Yeah, it's been driving me nuts.
Joe Carey.
Oh, we got to do the whole board meeting over.
No, we don't.
Right, I just had to throw that in, again, because sometimes we just have to have levity up here, so.
Well, it's goodbye, but it's never goodbye. I'm glad to see that you're retiring. I have nothing but the best wishes for you. You know, we all have to know when it's time, I think, and some of us just keep pushing ourselves to the point where it's past the time, and you need to go and enjoy yourself. You've done so much for so many people and helped so many people, and I said it before, you've made me a better person, but you've made a lot of people a lot better. And always, always deep inside that heart was Carol Stream. To be here for 39, almost 40 years is phenomenal, and never once a problem, and that is commendable. We have a lot of moving parts coming. We have, of course, Phil retired this year. That made a change at Public Works. We had Bill Homer as, when the last interview that was done with Bill was with Bob and myself, and we interviewed Chief Homer in Wheaton in the mayor's office we didn't want to meet in Glenelg, and we didn't want to meet here. We wanted to, I was like the last person to talk to him, and in my mind, everything is always running. He's got all the years there that he had as in the police department and all the way up to deputy chief, and then left that and stayed in Glen Ellen and spent another few years in administrative as assistant village manager. Knowing the staff and knowing the age and everything and the time in, it was a perfect fit for us to be able to bring Bill in as our police chief and hope that if everything came to fruition like we thought it would, that Bill would step up and take over Bob's spot. And once again, we don't have to go outside because we have people inside that are that good. And that's really important, because what you're taking here is you're taking a battleship and you're the captain. That's it. You're moving, there's no hidden problems here. There's no money problems. We're in great shape the way we are right now. And it's just nice to see you be able to step into that and just keep that going. You have my full support. I want you to know, and I know the whole board, you have our full support as village manager. And whoever you appoint behind you, there'll be a new chief. There'll be 2 new deputy chiefs, more than likely, or is it one? I'm not sure, one. But I mean, those are all new positions that are gonna have to be moved up, and that means sergeants move up, everybody moves up. So you're gonna have your hands full on both sides for a while, but you couldn't have picked a better choice than Don Cummings. So, with that said, Brianna, thank you again for all that you do. Ricky Geezer, thank you for all that you've done to make the town. It's nice when other towns, I get that all the time. How do you do this? How do you do that? The Thursday night concerts that we started all at once, every town's doing them. Unfortunately, most of them are on Thursday nights, so we could never go see anybody else. We're always here. But I thank you for that you've done. You've played a big part in all of that, so thank you. And to the board, I say happy Thanksgiving to all of you, because we won't see each other before Thanksgiving.
Actually, we'll be swearing in a new chief right before Thanksgiving, but.
Well, we won't be here for a meeting before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
One more.
20th.
Yeah, the Monday of.
Monday before.
Oh, yeah, I got to.
John, you don't have to come for that.
You gotta swear it down, I mean, swear him in.
No, I say we just forget it.
You know, if we don't have any other business, we can just cancel that meeting. It'll be fine.
No, we don't want, Bob, want to cancel that before you? Bob says cancel all the meetings. We don't want to.
Joe's gonna cancel it on Sunday.
Oh, my God.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by trustee. McCarthy,
Second.
Seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Anselmo.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
Hey, Bob, I know you got a family here, but how about stopping across the street for one?